Welcome to Ask Rabbit ProRevenge, where a lazy worker steals food that isn't his and learns to regret it. I have two juicy posts for you today, so let's jump straight into it. This first post is titled, The Case of the Missing Cupcakes, A Sparky's Tale. We had an older hospital where, over time, we'd been upgrading their CCTV security, door access, and nurse call paging systems. I'd been at this company for a few years, but they'd been doing all the Sparky work here for over a decade, so we knew the whole place really well. The buildings, the people, the staff's positions, and job roles, everything. I worked there a lot, so I got to know the drama, politics, and secret affairs too. Also, voices carry into ceiling spaces. This has been a public service announcement. I got to lead a team in building and maintaining each of the new systems. These systems had been chosen because they could all work together to achieve the client's needs and were networked. They were also standalone because government IT didn't want third-party gear on their networks. We had to install all the infrastructure and equipment. I had network hubs all over the place where I could access all four of these systems. Summary, I had admin installer access to 170 plus cameras, over 520 doors and gates, the security system, and the hospital-wide paging system. One Tuesday, I was sitting at one of my network hubs doing regular testing and maintenance. I'd just been checking the CCTV, watching Janine do that lopsided stumbling walk she does in high heels. I believed I'd done enough continuous work at 10 a.m. to deserve a treat. That morning, Nancy, a nurse in pediatrics, had brought cupcakes in for the whole ward staff. Nancy had kept two individually packed cupcakes aside for me, clearly labeled with my name, in the ward staff room fridge. I walked the 5 minutes over to the ward, humming my I'm about to have cupcakes song. Open the fridge, no cupcakes. I mean, there were maybe 20 still in the big clear Tupperware container, but mine weren't, not the ones Nancy set aside. Before I just lose my crap altogether and flip that freaking fridge over, I better go check to see if something dire's happened. Maybe one of the kids needed these particular cupcakes to stay alive. Maybe these two cupcakes saved the planet. Work is forgotten and the investigation begins. I speak with Nancy. First, I ask if she saw that Janine was wearing heels again. We both have a chuckle. Then I bring up the cupcake situation. We go through the whole they were there before and the checking of the fridge so Nancy can confirm my story. It's like she doesn't understand that I wouldn't joke about this. We begin interviews. No one on the ward is owning up. We believe them. Someone not of this ward has taken my cupcakes. The pediatrics nurses are livid. Myself and my team want answers. Back to the hub I go. A quick audit of door access reveals that Jerry went into the staff room between the relevant times. Not yet, don't lose your ever-loving crap just yet. Do the due diligence. Checking the CCTV, I see Jerry walking out of the staff room, carrying a bag, wiping his mouth. Rewind, pause, zoom in, frosting. The hub's racks did nothing wrong, so I step back and stare at the wall. The first 8 thoughts get caught by the filter. I calm down a little and head back to my nurses. They see me coming and gather. Sick kids are an afterthought in this matter. I tell them I know who did it, don't want to say who it is just yet, need some time to think, and ask if we can keep all this hush-hush for now. They say they understand and immediately ask who it was. They are, after all, government staff. I head back to the hub to continue work, not walking 500 miles to eat cupcakes anymore. As I'm swiping my card across the reader in that 1 second it takes for the red light to turn green, a plan starts to play like a cinematic in my head. It's like my subconscious has known about this day for ages and is now premiering its devious feature. It screens the permutations, possible flaws, and ramifications. I'm not sure how long I stared at the door, rewinding, pausing, fast-forwarding. The plan is beautiful, and I promise my brain a cupcake soon. Jerry was a general orderly who was supposed to float around the whole hospital, helping any ward and pretty much anyone else when they paged him. He didn't, though. Jerry didn't like walking around. Jerry was lazy and did not like patients. He used to work in the wards but couldn't find one without close supervision or patience, so he moved to day shift general duties. Jerry hated to be made to walk from one end of the hospital to the other. And Jerry freaking hated the swipe cards and the electronic door locks. Some people just don't get technology. Some people just hate change and love to complain about it, while not taking the effort to learn how to work it. While responding to maintenance tickets, I'd had to listen to Jerry whine numerous times about the doors. For this and other reasons, I did not like Jerry. Jerry knew my distinctive name, knew what I did here, saw the other 20 cupcakes, and ate mine anyway. Yeah, time to screw with Jerry. At the hub, I make the necessary improvements to my systems, select a variety of well-chosen doors, set auto-paging for different events, create different calendars, set some automated conditions so everything's swapped and changed around. Once I'm set up with the program on hold, I go see Nancy. I need to give Jerry a chance to own up, even though I'm pretty sure he won't. I asked Nancy to page Jerry so she can ask him about the cupcakes. Nancy isn't surprised it's Jerry and is on board. The other nurses gather and ask what's happening. I tell them that Jerry's about to work off some of the belly. They aren't surprised it's Jerry either and swear secrecy. I walk to the maintenance manager's office while Nancy summons Jerry. I go to the maintenance manager's office grinning. All he says is, "What?" with a smile. He knows me. We've worked closely together here for a while. We're mates, and he's seen that look on my face before. I ask him to just print any maintenance tickets generated by Jerry for car, door, gate, pager issues, but not to action them. I'll pick them up while I'm here doing other work and deal with them personally. When I tell him about the cupcakes and my plan, he's not only on board, he laughs so hard he has a coughing fit for about 25 seconds. I head back to check in with Nancy and find that Jerry has, ever so accommodatingly, denied all knowledge. What I'd created in my systems was a randomized, intermittent program all focused on Jerry's card. A program that would send Jerry's pager a message to go somewhere on the other side of the complex, seemingly at random, based on Jerry swiping his card at particular doors. Or the gate to the staff car park wouldn't work. Or his card would stop working, making him go to get it revalidated. Or a siren would sound for a few seconds when he entered certain rooms. I already knew all the staff routines and the areas of responsibility. The patients wouldn't be adversely impacted. And Jerry did freak all anyway. Back at the hub, I clicked the go buttons. Week 1. By Friday afternoon in 4 days, Jerry had raised 18 tickets. I grabbed the stack of paper from maintenance manager and went to the orderly's office to find Jerry. While I gently fanned the tickets, he listed all the weird things he'd been experiencing. He was explaining how the duty nurses were getting annoyed at his unexpected arrivals when I interrupted him, to ask if he'd seen anyone take my cupcakes from the pediatrics fridge on Tuesday. The puzzled face he put on was a head shorter than mine and about 1 meter away from the embroidered name on my shirt. No confession. I'd only had 50 specially selected doors active in the program the past 4 days. That Friday afternoon, at the end of week 1, I clicked the all button and added the other 470 plus doors. Week 2. By midday Wednesday, there were only 6 tickets raised. I checked the systems logs and found out why. In just under 3 days, there had been a mixture of over 85 events. Jerry didn't have time to log tickets. When I spoke to Jerry that Wednesday, he demanded that I do my freaking job and fix this stuff, and why hadn't I done it yet? No confession, no apology. Time for some head games. I told him I'd sort it out. When I went to check the systems that Wednesday midday, I stopped the program. On Friday morning, I turned it back on again. Week 3. I let it run Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I almost felt sorry for him this week when I was talking to him and considered stopping the plan. Then I remembered why I don't like him so much. The one thing I haven't mentioned yet is that standing staring at that door, I already knew that Jerry was in the final stages of disciplinary management. This was the linchpin to the plot of the film that ran through my head. Remember before when I said I got to know the drama, politics, and secret affairs too? I knew that one day those disciplinary warnings, among other things, was for taking people's lunches on 4 occasions. And not because he needed to either. That's the reason the nurses and maintenance manager weren't surprised it's Jerry and were on board. They knew too. Everyone did. That was the reason why he didn't kick up a stink to his manager or confess. I didn't want to get him fired just to make him apologize. Cupcakes are serious business. The final week. Week 4 of the program run Monday and Tuesday. The plan was only ever going to be for a month or until Jerry confessed and apologized. Before this Tuesday, I'd had a chat to Nancy. I'd asked her if she wouldn't mind a cameo in a little vignette. She understood and agreed. When I was talking with Jerry in the orderly's office, Nancy arrived and handed me a personalized pair of cupcakes that looked and were packaged the exact same as the missing ones a few weeks earlier. As Nancy was walking away, now silent Jerry looked from the package to my shirt, then to me. I held up the tickets, mustered my best Adam Hills, and said, "Don't be a dick, mate." He was silent and very angry. I could see he'd realized that I'd been doing this on purpose. If he made an official complaint, the missing cupcakes would come up and he'd lose his job. Also, during our chats, he'd heard me say intermittent issues many times. Jerry was angry because he knew he couldn't do a freaking thing about it. I walked off to the pediatrics ward where Nancy and I were going to eat those treats. I hummed my tune the whole way. Loose ends. Unfortunately, Jerry was a dick one more time. He got sacked 2 months later for taking more stuff out of a fridge. I felt bad for him as I helped security save the footage to a drive. As I was walking up to pediatrics on that last Tuesday of the plan, I stopped the program and took Jerry's pager number out of it. I had to scrap the program altogether a while later. Some bright hospital spark finally convinced government IT to add the system to the hospital's intranet. Janine continued to wear the 4-inch heels on and off until she sprained her ankle. There is no show reel. Maintenance manager tried bribing me with Jack Daniels after this episode to add certain pager numbers to the program. There's no way I could have done that. He's an evil, evil bastard. We drank the Jacks as we didn't watch a non-existent show reel. And Nancy totally fancied me. I mean, after all, she's only human. That is pretty epic revenge to get back at someone for taking your cupcakes. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that story. Before we get into the next one, if you guys could please do me a huge favor, please smash that like button down below. Make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss any future content. Alright, this post is titled, Delivery Driver Gets His Karma Twice. So this happened a few months ago and I decided it goes here. I was driving down a small country road with a 45 mile per hour speed limit that some choose to ignore. And coming up behind me was a standard work truck. I won't name names, but it was a popular automotive parts store delivery truck and got right on my bumper. I'm not in a tiny car, but it's a sedan, and he was so close that I saw his grill and hood in my mirrors. While I stayed doing the speed limit, after about 3 minutes, he decided that a sharp curve was the perfect time to pass me, and surprise, surprise, there was a car coming after the curve. He swerved at me, and I slammed on my brakes, nearly missing his bumper. Thankfully, I had all this on dashcam, front and back. I got home later and got the footage on my laptop and called their 1-800 number with his plate number and his truck number. The woman I spoke to was super apologetic and she asked me to send her the video. She watched it while on the line with me and immediately asked if she could put me on hold. I said yes, and a few minutes go by and she gets back and brings me someone else on the line, the local store manager of that driver. She had sent him the video and the manager apologized a ton and promised me right then and there that employee was terminated for that behavior. A few weeks go by and I don't hear anything till a friend of mine on Facebook sends me a link. The driver that was fired managed to get my name from his HR or manager or something and was trying to find me in real life because he lost his job and made a video wearing his work uniform threatening violence on me because of everything. I went to my local police station about it and showed them the video and explained everything and was told I needed to speak to the company again because they let my name get out. I called them and told them everything going on and I was told I'd get a call from their HR department within 2 to 3 business days. Literally 6 hours later, I received a call from some higher up HR person with one of their legal team on the phone. They wanted me to sign a document stating I won't publicly go after them or give them negative PR if they sue him for me and get restraining order and everything on this guy for what he threatened. They even offered to have a lawyer of my choosing go over it with me at no cost to me and sign it and have them handle it. Another few more weeks go by and that friend on Facebook, he knows that guy's family or something, said that the dude's mom posted some sob story that her son is going through some expensive court case that he likely won't win because the other team is over 10 lawyers. So he not only lost his job, but then tried to find me only to have his ex-employer sue him. Alright, that's going to wrap up today's Pro Revenge stories. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and smash that like button. Make sure to hit subscribe so you never miss any future content. And make sure to check out the other Pro Revenge videos on this channel. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.